Привет.
Привет, Ирин, привет, Дима. Всем привет. Да, еще сова не прилетала, но сейчас, я думаю, думаю, прилетит. Сейчас настроюсь тут. Че, какие новости у всех? Так, ну что ж, погнали. Настраиваемся.
Привет. Привет. К тебе прилетела сова с письмом, что ты зачислена. Сегодня состоится ночной стрим по танкам. Жду тебя на канале.
Ну, конечно, ты жди, но я вряд ли приду, потому что я спать буду. Хотя ночью у меня, вообще глубокая ночь.
Ну, у меня появился еще один повод позавидовать тебе, смеется с закрытыми глазами.
А, ты тоже хотела, да, эту игру? Так. Да, еще поиграешь. Вот у меня повод тебе завидовать. Это, да, ты, в Секиро платину взяла, это же вообще крутяк.
Нет, не хотела. Я просто не знаю, что это за игра.
Ну вроде хвалят ее. Я ж там... Подождите, а назад нельзя?
Я сейчас ее еще раз решила пройти.
Ну, я смотрю, ты играешь. Ну, зашла тебе, да, прямо
Иришка,
она?
привет.
Да, принимаем.
Очень понравилось, только боссы капец сложные, по 5 часов почти всех била.
Ого, ничего себе. Ну да, жесть там игра, Я-то вообще первая, когда я ее купила, я на релизе же брала. И, конечно, я там тоже подгорало у меня все. Давайте чуть поярче сделаем вот так, да? Если что, потом поменяем. Мы рады сообщить, что вы приняты в школу чародейства и волшебства Хогвартс. Хогвартс в качестве студента 5-го курса. Семестр начинается 1 сентября. Для вас собраны школьные принадлежности, которые будут сопровождать вас во время путешествия в замок. Как вам, возможно, известно, указ о разумном ограничении волшебства несовершеннолетних запрещает использование магии лицами моложе 17 лет вне школы. Однако в связи с вашими уникальными обстоятельствами министерство любезно согласилось позволить профессору Элизару Фигу помочь вам отточить заклинание перед вашим сопровождением из Лондона в замок на пир в честь начала нового учебного года и церемонию распределения с уважением профессор Уизли, заместитель директора. Чё, Дим, кстати, тебе кресло-то пришло? Это девочка? Или мальчик, я не поняла. А, девочка. Давайте, вот это мне нравится она. Мне еще вот этот парнишка нравится. Темнокожий. Симпатичный. О, ну прям симпатяга.
Привет. Иришка, привет. Очень понравилось, только боссы капец сложные, по 5 часов почти всех била. Привет. Голосую за Гриффиндор.
За Гриффиндор? Так. А что это? Я, кстати, вообще не знакома с этой вселенной. Ого. Ну, кстати, прикольно. Не, Русака-сан нет. Нет. Никакие дреды, никакие. Вот это тоже прикольно, мне нравится. Так простенько. Ну-ка, вот это что?
Привет. Иришка, привет. Очень
Ну все, опять
понравилось,
говорилка,
только
блин.
боссы капец сложные, по 5 часов почти всех била.
Говорилка опять
Привет.
с ума сошла.
Голосую за Гриффиндор.
Нифига себе шрамчик. Цвет глаз я могу. А, вот. Я хочу, чтобы у нее были... Ну, зеленые глаза неплохо.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
Я не пойму, это девочка или мальчик?
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Сложность нормальная, да?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Нет, у меня
A
будет,
few
конечно,
cobwebs and some
женский
dust.
голос.
Nothing
Может,
to be concerned
девочка?
about.
Вот хочу цвет волос чуть потемнее сделать.
Привет, Лиза. Привет всем.
Привет, хожепотвора. Так, ну такая у меня будет девочка, красотка.
Прическа а-ля Гермиона, давай.
Не,
Привет.
вот такая мне нравится. Какая миленькая. А или это мальчик? Тут не поймешь, короче. Я решила, что с галстуками это девочки. Ну а вот тоже с галстуком. Это же не девочка, не девочка. А вот это. Ладно, может это трансгендер, я не знаю. Ну, короче, клевая. Ну, а как начать игру? Выбрала. Не поняла. А, вот. Так.
Привет. Привет, Лиза. Привет всем.
Вот так и будет Лиза
Прическа
Блюдцева.
а-ля Гермиона, давай. Привет. Так-то сложно разобраться.
Вообще сложно, не говори. Так, Лиза Блюдцева. Ну все, погнали.
That was quite something.
А, пусть.
I am indeed a student. It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class. A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
It appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me before term begins.
Oh, Eleazar! George, glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatre-goers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea! As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I've been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks.
Прикол.
Привет. Голосую за Гриффиндор. Прическа а-ля Гермиона, давай.
Интересно, можно будет менять внешность?
Ставит лайк и большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Спасибо, Хажипатора. Warner Bros. Games.
Glad I caught you before you left for Scotland. Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student?
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other 5th years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the Ministry.
Have you seen this?
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the Ministry, I believe he is a significant threat. And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the Ministry knew about his activities. Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar. It came to me via her owl, but with no correspondence.
Зашел написать
I
и
can only
Тагарус
assume that she
жив.
had to get rid of it quickly.
А, жив, да? Ну, слава Аллаху.
Safe.
Presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it.
Мы им привет ему
Whatever
большой
magic protects
передавай.
this is powerful
Как
indeed.
тебе, Женя, игра?
It looks like goblin metal.
Вот это, я видела, что ты играешь, заходила.
Glow.
Проставилась, вышла. Немножко посмотрела.
Nor do I.
Написать Х.
Ну, написать. Ты написал.
Merlin's beard. How did you...
Wait! We do.
Ого.
Блин, она прикольная, но есть моменты, которые у меня подгорело.
Да? Например.
Give me your hand! Are you all
А
right?
ты, ну, брал вообще прям самую такую версию, да? Как Делюкс или как она там?
Perhaps a bit.
То, что у тебя раньше она появилась.
It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will...
Лиза, привет, Тимофей, сегодня я отец.
Привет, Кирилл. Ничего себе.
Один загадка, а потом меня через 6 часов откинула.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir?
А, ты брал обычную версию, а тебе доступ дали?
But that key you discovered was clearly a portkey.
Portkey?
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I'm feeling better, sir. If you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close. We've no idea
Так
who
кто
created
это
this
все таки он, она или оно?
or why.
Девочка.
Они.
Да. Это девочка.
Where did that portkey take us?
Father London than the carriage traveled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Так-то игру вообще хвалят. Но я рада, что здесь есть субтитры. Потому что Warner Brothers ушли от нас. Warner Bros.
And I believe that she and now George died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be. Mind your step.
Where do you suppose your wife got the portkey that brought us here?
A good question. Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Ancient magic?
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few. Seems to have been lost to time.
Так, ну выглядит игра прикольно, конечно.
Hogwarts Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the portkey, but I am certain it was to do with that search.
Есть. Какой
There's the
обрыв.
path down below. This way.
Пойдем по тропе.
But, sir,
Мне надо еще God of War
why
закончить.
searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam
И
wanted to understand why such
Forbidden
powerful
West.
magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters is the one who
Так
wields
кто
it.
это все таки он, она или оно? Они. Я вчера субтитры поставил на
It's
DSP
not
с
cold
ремей.
enough here.
Ладно,
appears
я
to be
ушла,
a sort
а
of
то
enchantment.
спойлеров нахватаюсь.
Someone
Хорошие
wanted to block
игры.
this path.
давай, пока-пока,
Let's see
спасибо
some of
тебе.
that
Пока.
wand work you were
Может, в
practicing.
Нио поиграем на днях?
Focus on the center.
А, у тебя... Ты Dead Space ремейк взял, да? Так ты, подожди, брал на плойку или на комп? Или на Xbox? На комп, что ли? На комп можно сабы ставить, да? Не хочу даже в Dead Space играть, раз сабов не сделали. Даже мне не интересно. Неинтересно, не хочу кормить таких производителей игр, которые даже не удосужились сабы сделать.
That was a bit rougher than I'd expected.
Так, горшки можно, да, разбивать?
Your wand work's improving with every cast.
Привет. Я вчера субтитры поставил на DSP с ремей. Ладно, я ушла, а то спойлеров нахватаюсь. Хорошие игры. Я как бы месяц назад взял. Я ждал, пока сделаю наши субтитры.
Я поиграю лучше, у меня же есть на боксе первая, вторая, третья часть, там русские версии, так что я лучше, нафиг он мне этот ремейк, никуда вообще не хочу даже.
We're close now. It's just ahead. Steady yourself. Reparo!
Мост сейчас что ли сделает. Вот так волшебник крутой. Класс.
Привет. Ладно, я ушла, а то спойлеров нахватаюсь. Хорошие игры. Я как бы месяц назад взял. Я ждал, пока сделаю наши субтитры. Краснее.
Подожди, Хожапаторы, давай я тебе дам модератора. Я назначу модератором. Вот так. И ты сможешь там удалять какие-то сообщения в чате, тем, которые дублируются, например. Угу.
Why would someone have built this here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that
Никогда
seems...
не был модератором, слегка улыбается, окей.
Ну вот. Так, в мини-карте показано ваш... Покажу ваша текущая цель. Чтобы самоцелить задание, видите, удерживаете. Окей. Нам туда, да? Подождите, а он где наш друг?
Professor, this statue.
This may have been his home.
Знаете, что я хочу посветлее немножко сделать все-таки? Чуть-чуть.
Привет. Лиза, привет, Тимофей, сегодня я отец. Один загадка, а потом меня через 6 часов откинула. Я ждал, пока сделаю наши субтитры. Я не буду хулиганить, честно.
Professor, it's a mural.
Да, я знаю, что ты не будешь хулиганить.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
Здрасте. Может, сейчас английский маленько. Кстати, с субтитрами мне очень нравится играть. Прям реально. Это круто. Так, ну и что, он долго тут будет стоять, профессор наш? Наш профессор.
That enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking?
Сейчас мы посмотрим, что он с собой заслоняет.
What's this?
Professor Fig!
Привет. Написать «Х». Привет. Блин, она прикольная, но есть моменты, которые у меня подгорело. Я не буду хулиганить, честно.
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again. Like the glow on the portkey container.
What in Merlin's name? Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Так, прошли, да? Отлично.
Hello?
It can't be. Just a moment. Oh. Where are we here? Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank. Vault number 12, I presume. Precisely. The key? Hmm?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
Маникюр у него
This way,
классный.
then. Stay close. After you. Keep your hands inside the cart if you don't wish to lose them.
Что не знаешь?
How many vaults are there in Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest. Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts? They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service. You'll want to take a breath. A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure. Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you? Heard of it? These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
Привет.
Vault number
Зашел
12 was
написать и
commissioned
товару
shortly
жить.
after Gringotts was founded over
Написать
4
«Х».
centuries ago.
Да, да. Это да.
Через опасный, как по мне.
Distance to go.
Натворить еще чего, морда лисицы.
Точно.
Vault
Так, а это
12.
что?
Momentous day.
On your way.
like the glow you saw in the porky container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that? We were just wondering about that goblin back there. He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore.
Не бояться не так сидеть. Можно и свалиться. Ножки свесили. Даже ремней безопасности нет.
Here we are.
Так, мне надо, знаете, что? Посмотреть, что у меня геймпад. Размер текста можно, кстати, сделать большой. Вот.
Привет.
А это что?
Прическа а-ля Гермиона, давай. Привет. Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Что ты все поудалял, да? Так, ну-ка, вот это что? Уровень сложности. Интересно, вибрация включена. Ну, наверное. Метлы. Ладно.
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12 until today.
Блин, там что-то было интересное.
Vault 12. Thank you for your help.
На сундук. Так, монетки берем.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir,
Привет.
I wonder if you might...
Очень понравилось, только боссы капец сложные, по 5 часов почти всех била. Привет. Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Professor?
Светится от счастья.
Let me think. There must be something here.
Говорилка беснуется. Просто.
Говорилка беснуется просто в замешательстве, когда тебе будут делать комплименты или смешно шутить, я не буду удалять, подмигивает.
And focus.
Так, сейчас, может, мне надо вот так сделать. Хорошо. Так, зафиксируйте свою палочку с помощью направить на силу, чтобы выучить заклинание. Не поняла пока. Чтобы ускорить движение в шифанде, нажмите соответствующую кнопку при появлении подсказки. Ай! Фух.
Revelio. There! I saw something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
Так, а тут больше ничего нет.
A door.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw in the portkey container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way. Lumos! This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
Привет.
I see something up ahead.
Нет, не хотела.
What is it?
Я просто не
A
знаю, что
diagram,
это за
but
игра.
on the floor.
Я сейчас ее еще раз решила пройти. Иришка, привет. Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue.
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor. Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait. When you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
Так, новое, да, заклинание, еще одно.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
Ого.
Look out!
Potato.
Accio! Defendo! Levioso! Deposo!
Босс первый, гляди-ка чё.
Expulso! Levioso! Levioso!
Так, я пока не понимаю, как биться.
Defendo! Deposo!
Ага, все поняла.
Expulso! Confringo! Levioso! Expulso! Defendo! Deposo! Levioso! Confringo! Expulso! Levioso!
А, это обучалка. Ага, ну все поняла, ладно. Ах, тварь. Блин. Блин, вот тварь. Их уже нет.
Professor? Professor Fig? Professor, where are you?
This isn't good. Where am I supposed to go? What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere.
Lumos.
Oh, that's where they're leading me. That glow again.
Привет. Тебе прилетела сова с письмом, что ты зачислена. Сегодня состоится ночной стрим по танкам. Жду тебя на канале. Иришка, привет. Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Revelio.
I suppose I'm on my own this time.
Lumos.
I need to align these statues with their reflections.
Lumos.
Ничего не помню, подожди.
Lumos.
Perhaps I need to get them all to stand at once. Where do I need to be to get all of them to stand at once?
А, понятно. В серединку надо куда-то.
It seems I have no choice.
Тебе прилетела сова с письмом, что ты зачислена. Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Так. Ну, блин. Да ты тварь, а! Блин. Так, все. У нас не осталось лечилок, а так нормально. Никаких нет. Да, по доспехам не определишь. И фиг.
There you are. How did you?
Вот он и фиг.
What is this place?
I don't know.
Ну да.
But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories. I wonder. Follow my lead.
Не пить собрались с этого тазика. Ух ты. Класс.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they?
Ого.
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
Главный гоблин.
Right. Ranrock.
Не забываем ставить лайк и большой палец вверх, пишущая рука. Симпатичная РПД. Лиза, а ты еще долго планируешь стримить?
Да, я поиграю пока.
No need for that.
Хочу поиграть подольше.
Give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist.
Знаешь, у тебя получилась героиня выходить из латиноамериканского гетто.
Может быть.
Кто слез катается со смеху.
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we?
А что, она красивенькая.
Giving you anything.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
Ого, силен. Ранрок. Здрасте.
No way out.
Офигеть. Прикольно.
Are you all right?
Да, давай, давай.
Fine, sir.
I've
Приходи.
never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
Не забываем ставить лайк и большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
It seems those
Я
who set up
отойду
the
ненадолго и вернусь,
logic
слегка
and the
улыбается.
path to both wanted someone with your ability.
Пришли гоблины и начался дебаш.
Угу.
Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Блин, красиво.
good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just...
Не забываем ставить лайк и большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
Какая она красотка у меня.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
Моя честь, моя верность. Так. Любознательность, отвага, амбиции. Верность, амбиции, любознательность.
Не забываем ставить лайк и большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
You do not give up easily, do you? You are undaunted by challenges that lie ahead. And your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening. Perhaps you belong in Hufflepuff.
Давайте выберем. У каждого свой путь.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether. But don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
Такая симпатичная
As
женщина.
Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of work, but I'm sure that's never stopped you before.
It hasn't, Professor.
Now, here we are at the entrance to the Hufflepuff Common Room.
This is the entrance?
Indeed. I will explain what to do, but I hesitate to do it myself as one errant knock leads to being doused in vinegar. Most unpleasant. You must tap the barrel, 2 from the bottom, middle of the second row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff.
А если ее уксусом сейчас обольет? По второй бочке. Снизу.
Well done. Now go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Sleep well. Sleep well.
Oh, looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Надо здесь все смотреть. Конфетки. Ковер. Ой.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
That's good, isn't it?
Не забываем ставить
Вкусно,
лайк и
вкусно.
большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Блин, прикольно, тут живые картины. Живые цветы. Надо все покушать. Ну так кто не помнит.
Thank you for not biting me. Oh, hello.
Hello,
She's
hello.
awfully regal, isn't she? Is that your owl? I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
I am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do.
Indeed. 4 years of schoolwork is a bit... being
Не
that far
забываем
behind.
ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Presumably,
Просто
as a
ущербно бы она себя
hard-working
чувствовала на
Hufflepuff,
моем месте.
you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hardworking too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw.
По-моему, какая-то болтуша, блин. Трепло, то есть.
At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw?
Well, my brothers were. They both work in the ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
Так, отлично. С одной переговорили.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Ой, это я случайно.
I can't believe Black is still the headmaster. He obviously hates the job. It's not like he's sure to...
Надо всего попробовать.
Does Professor Black have children of his own? Poor things if he does. Arthur's got you.
You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
I'm convinced that Bin's called on...
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is
Симпатичная какая девочка.
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors.
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course. And good luck.
Did you see Claire's hair today?
Revelio.
She's got a colour-changing charm on it. And it's essentially the colour of dragon gum.
Ух ты.
Arthur's got you. It's all right.
Блин, тут прикольно. Вообще прикольно.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, Glumbumbles, Bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a Puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
Да,
I've been dreaming of
готовы.
this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining
Не забываем ставить лайк и большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Очки у нее прикольные.
Here you are.
А, все, страницы разлетелись, да? Теперь нужно будет их искать.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
Да, подожди, иду.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
Книга рецептов домовых эльфов. Страница руководства. Коллекция любимых рецептов студентов Хогвартса, которые собирались на протяжении веков. Некоторые блюда, также как маринованные сливы, цепелины, скорее всего, имеют очень необычный вкус. По слухам, в ней хранятся некоторые оригинальные творения самой Пенелопы Пуффендуй.
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Модная девочка. Так. Юбка дурацкая у нее. Это так вообще панталоны, да? Ну супер. Карта. Ладно, класс.
timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
А, это быстрое перемещение, прикольно. Так. Центральный зал. Теплицы. Библиотека. А, вот он. Разбираться пока надо.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Хорошо.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine,
Сливочное пиво с друзьями, крутяк.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you.
Какие интересные персонажи.
And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about...
Да, вы зря, конечно, разболтала.
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Хорошо.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
What are you up to now?
Блин, как же круто, вообще класс.
Revelio. Revelio.
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Ух ты, класс. Вообще.
I'm truly sorry.
Картины прикольные вообще. О, отлично.
Nice to see you, my young friend.
Ишь ты.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
What was the Ministry thinking, putting black...
And then the werewolf werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves? Where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion?
Revelio.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Интересно. Так, сейчас, ребят.
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука.
Слушайте, ну мне нравится игра. Она реально интересная. Текс.
Accio. That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
After me. Мне нравится, когда с таким акцентом говорят, хотя это не совсем такой.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Как бы у нас так строили. А, прикольно. Мини-игра.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, excellent control there. Very good. Splendid.
Я не вижу за тебя, дядька.
Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai,
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука. Давай эту штуку патронусом стрелей.
Ага, патронусом.
Just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red.
Так, мне надо.
Yes, sir.
Так, ну-ка, правила игры.
There we go. Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Стоп! Отлично.
That's it.
Oh, that was an execution. Let us see this.
Не. Но я уже победила, как бы, что там. Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй! Победила, да не победила. Ничья.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Зря решила выталкивать.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it.
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука. Давай эту штуку патронусом стрелей.
Excellent control there.
Here we go.
Давай, давай, давай. Сделай мне 50. Отлично. Стоп, 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 стоп. Молодец.
That is how it's done.
Я победила все равно уже. Надо было подальше.
Я военник потерял.
Поздравляю, как так? Тут прикол.
Good game back there.
Да, не
I
нужен
must
тебе, нафига он
admit,
тебе нужен?
I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier.
Не знаю.
Да и пофиг, поди.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
New country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Так это когда случилось?
It's nice to learn
Жень.
about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well,
A word,
you'd be
if
using
you
it
would.
on clothing, to be precise.
You wanted to speak with me,
You know
Professor?
it won't work.
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Блин,
Well,
какие
an outdoor
крутые
competition
персонажи.
Wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Первоклассный студент. Отлично. Класс. Слушайте, ну блин, нравится игра. Нажить вроде что-то дали же, нет?
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец
Изменить
вверх,
внешний
пишущая
вид.
рука. Давай эту штуку патронусом стреляй. Я военник потерял. Не знаю.
Отлично.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Тут оригами летают. О, прикол.
Hello. You wanted to speak to me? Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about.
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука. Давай эту штуку патронусом стреляй. Я военник потерял.
My
Не
brother William
знаю.
would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Хлопушка.
Хлопушка. Так. Эти картины прикольные вообще.
И как оно без военника?
Он, наверное, Женя вышел уже. А может, нет.
Revelio.
My parents were thrilled to hear that Black was being put in charge.
Скрипки сами играют.
Friends for centuries.
Ой, глазки.
Мобильный интернет зависает. Размышляет.
Professor Hecat! Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge.
Класс.
To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Leviosa.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast.
Я военник потерял. Хлопушка. За дефис, дефиса, дефисик, в замешательстве надо отправить чат-бота в школу.
Точно.
Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent. So, now the basic cast. Now, the basic cast.
А, теперь основное. Ага, все. Basic cast.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be good form.
I know.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm glad.
I do enjoy a live duel. I'm all like to root for this again. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it,
Face red card shape, face red card shape, face red card shape.
is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Huh. Always thought Leviosa was for first years. Not anymore.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Так, а здесь что?
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me
Кепку надела.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Вот, быстрее добежать получается. Это мелодия знакомая.
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука на канал.
Класс, вообще красота какая, а.
Not again! Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole?
Прикольно.
Only one time per week I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the meek.
These peas will make me late.
He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have one weekly swim. Whee!
I'll get you for this.
Revelio.
Не забываем ставить лайки, большой палец вверх, пишущая рука на канал. Декор и пейзажи действительно красивые блестки.
Да, вообще классно.
Revelio.
You look simply glorious. Let me guess. Villa blood.
Может, надо за все дернуть, чтобы трофей дали. Есть такие тупые трофеи.
Sometime in the fresh air with one.
Revelio.
Короче, я там, походу, пропустила что-то ведь. Карты эти все. Так.